Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Badgers will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's got it out. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wisconsin's offense will have the football first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but, David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. One of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Finds his man. It's Anthony. And they'll move the change and get it to the 47-yard line.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, man.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. And the Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So Maryland's offense will go to work for the first time. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense, right? Like, you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out. And it is top flight. Like, one of the best.
Turning it on! Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure.
He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pit. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Edwards. Quickly complete. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reece, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference, but now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical. One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Listen to this place. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Snags it over the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. The give is to Williams. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Martin will throw it. There's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. The Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Reads it, fires complete. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We played 1, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's fouled. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught near the sticks, it's fouled. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Badgers are marching down the field. Wants to throw, it's Edwards. Pulls it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevell to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to play-action team and pick and choose your spots, but it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that is opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Griffin. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got the 15-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
And you race it down. Touchdown, Badger.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is. Gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Vanderbilt rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Keeps looking downfield. Fires on the move. Already put a hole in that secondary. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Martin back to pass. Puts it out of the air. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. The give is to Williams. And he was able to get away from 1 tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is you know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland!
Man, that's frustrating as a defense because you got to stop the run. There's a good chance they're running the football here in this situation, trying to punch it in the end zone. You're trying to go to the half with a little bit of momentum. This defense just couldn't make the play to get off the field.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease facing that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something.
Intercepted, and the defense is set up. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive. He should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man on the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. He'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys won it at halftime. You riled yourselves up. You told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. Breaks into the open. He's at the top. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game. It's tough sledding on the ground.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on during the second half.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Badgers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Martin will throw it. He's got it. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. End off from the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release on the RPO. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and then right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
You see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low, and the offensive linemen have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. This time it's complete. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Across the 25. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Martin back to pass. Under fire. He finds a soft spot in the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He had a head of steam working, but he'll be stopped just inches short of the score.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you could.
Touchdown, Maryland! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the point after is good. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds the tight end. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. The give. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just a few on that completion. And the Badgers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Edwards. Makes the grab. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. Off play action. Firing to the right, complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Terrapins are flying down the field. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Past the first down marker and still running. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. It's complete on the right side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. take on first down to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The Badgers will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. They again stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Badgers.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We'll go a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Throwing right. A strike downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Terrapins. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Who can you count on in those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Right on the money. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Here comes the heat. He's out of bounds, not nearly enough to pick up the first down. At least he stopped the clock before this desperation fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Here's a throw downfield late. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Lost a throw on first down. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Going to try to get it himself. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Illegal forward pass.
You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.